this small town, a place that at this time of year is usually more worried about too many tourists coming to enjoy its lakeside amenities, and an historic town center that's been absolutely devastated by this blast. And the worst of it, they won't know for days or possibly weeks the full extent of casualties and damage. Daniel Lac, Jazeera, Lac-Mégantic, Quebec.
And Augustine Ubaldi is an airport and railroad engineering expert at Robson Forensic. He joins us live now from Cleveland. Mr. Ubaldi, thank you very much for joining us on the program. Now, this was a train that had 73 tankers carrying crude oil. It's remarkable that such a train would actually be allowed to go through built-up and residential areas. What could have gone so horribly wrong?
Well, there are three things that can cause a derailment. Something wrong with the track, something wrong with the car itself, or something wrong with the way the train was handled. In the case of the track, a rail breaks underneath the train, or the rails spread apart, allowing the train to go on the ground. Something wrong with the car, it could be a broken piece, let's say a wheel or an axle breaks, again, causing the train to go on the ground. Train operation, taking a curve too fast. Now, the latest reports seem to say that this was a runaway train, that the train was parked and the engineer had completed his run. Now, train brakes work on air, and unlike your car, where if the fluid runs out, your brakes don't work, here, if the air runs out, the brakes set automatically into emergency. So when a train leaves and the air is evacuated, then the brakes are set. But that can bleed off. So handbrakes, mechanical handbrakes, have to be set on the locomotive or perhaps on the cars themselves.
Right.
We do have to remind
we do have to remind our audience that the investigation is still ongoing at the moment. This is, as we're saying, we're merely speculating at the moment. But let's take us through the sort of investigation that may be happening now. What are they looking at? What specifically will they looking out for?
What they're going to be looking for is where the derailment started, where the train started leaving the track, and then working their way back to see what could have caused it. Again, if it were a question of speed, going around a curve, curves may be restricted to speed, and if it oversped around the curve, that could be the cause. It could be something wrong with one of the cars, which they'll have to wait until after the fire is out and they can actually get in and investigate it. Then it's possible that there's something wrong with the track. But again, they'll look at the site, where it left the track, and then work their way back to see what the problem was.
Augustine, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much. We do appreciate you joining us. That's Augustine Ubaldi, their airport and railroad engineering expert from Robson Forensic.
Thank you.
Now, lots more still ahead this news hour, including